Today's video breaks down the exact travel outfit that I have worn on over 300 flights. We'll break it down piece by piece to help you put together your own go-to travel outfit that is not only going to get you through airport security, but also keep you comfortable on a long flight. Let's start at the shoes and work our way up to pants, tops, and accessories like glasses, jewelry, and even medical devices like hearing aids. The shoes you choose to wear to the airport need to be easy to take on and off for security checkpoints, comfortable and non-slip to safely get you through the airport, and then protective and snug enough to stay on your feet in the case of an emergency on board. My go-to travel day shoe is a versatile pair of hybrid walking running shoes. These can be loosened for quick removal at security checkpoints and then tightened back up after for a secure fit and then loosened again on the plane if needed if your feet end up getting a little bit swollen, which is definitely a thing when you fly. The shoes I am using at the moment are Brooks Ghost 15. They are kind of pricey and I have no affiliation with the company, but these or any good pair of versatile shoes are well worth it for me since I live in them while I travel, but also while at home for things like daily walks with Ollie. And despite how it may appear in these videos, he's actually a very energetic dog and he actually goes on lots of walks. Promise. I noticed there was some confusion online over whether or not you could bring gel shoe inserts through airport security since gel typically counts as a liquid. So I went to Ask TSA and apparently, yes, you can. Yay! Next up, we have socks, and choosing the right pair of socks is just as important as choosing the right pair of shoes. Any pair of socks will save you from walking barefoot across the airport floor after you have to take your shoes off at the security checkpoint. But when it comes to the flight, all socks are not created equal. For flights over 2 hours, it's best to wear compression socks, which work by applying gentle pressure to your legs and ankles, promoting increased blood flow from your legs back to your heart. This helps reduce swelling, fatigue, and the risk of blood clots, making them especially beneficial during long periods of sitting, like on flights. You can easily find affordable compression socks in various designs and sizes on Amazon, and you only need one pair that can be washed and then used over and over again on travel days. Naturally, we would move on to pants next, but I'm going to throw a curveball in here and talk about underwear instead. While most types of underwear are fine, and don't worry, the body scanners don't reveal details of what you happen to be wearing, thankfully, there is a simple addition that can enhance how you feel on a long travel day: underwear liners. Using a liner during the first flight and then getting rid of it before you board the second flight is a small step for a lasting, fresh feeling. Never thought I'd talk about undies on the internet, but it is a game changer on those long travel days. Moving on. Don't forget to share any travel day outfit tips and hacks that you have. I am always absolutely blown away by the comment section and love reading through your ideas as well. And of course, while you're down there, definitely hit that subscribe button as it's an easy way to support the channel, and it also means you will never miss out on one of these videos. When it comes to travel pants, the general idea is to go for something comfy with a loose, elastic waistband that doesn't need a belt, since you'll likely have to remove any belts at airport security. And you don't want to be the one that is flashing everyone when you lift your hands in the body scanner because you took your belt off and your pants required them. I tend to stay away from wearing jeans or any pants that have a tight waistband since they restrict blood flow and they're uncomfortable sitting on a plane for lengths of time, especially if you end up eating and drinking things out of your normal routine on a travel day and wind up a little bit bloated during the flight. Also look for pants that have a fitted base, as wide-leg pants or flowy dresses and skirts can get snagged on conveyor belts, caught in escalators, which can be quite scary and dangerous, as well as brush up against all sorts of people and places, collecting germs. Airplane and airport bathrooms are definitely not places you want your clothing dragging on the floor. Speaking of bathrooms, I often advise that people avoid wearing jumpsuits or rompers since going to the bathroom in these clothing items is tough, and you probably don't want to be sitting totally nude in an airport or airplane bathroom. You'll also want to stick to dark colors because spills and stains are all too common at airports and on the plane. Plus, there's always a chance of sitting on something that someone else spilled, or having a flight attendant accidentally spill a drink on you while reaching over due to a bit of turbulence. I have seen this happen on more than one occasion, and it is not good. Today's video is sponsored by Unbound Merino, the creators of my go-to travel pants. I love wearing Unbound Merino's travel leggings when I fly, as they check the boxes for being dark colored, tight at the base, and stretchy around my waist without requiring a belt to stay up. The wide waistband also doubles as a secret pouch that's perfect for stashing your passport as well as other valuables securely against your body as you go through the airport as well as during the flight. These leggings, along with all of Unbound Merino's clothing, are made of merino wool, which can help regulate body temperature while also being wrinkle and odor resistant. And if leggings aren't your thing, Unbound Merino also offers transit sweatpants with a snug cuff at the base, and there's also a very stylish men's travel pant available too. I personally like the leggings for the waistband pocket, and since I can easily slip a pair of track pants or sweatpants on top of them if the plane gets cold. Check the link down in the description to get a discount on your next purchase with Unbound Merino and never stress over what to wear to the airport again. When assembling a go-to travel outfit, remember that layering is essential no matter the season that you are traveling in. Just think about being indoors during a hot summer day in the US with the air conditioning cranked up. That's how it can feel on the plane mid-flight. Try to choose a base layer that is comfortable and presentable, since you will likely need to remove any outer layers like jackets or sweaters at the airport security checkpoint. If you are not comfortable in just a camisole or just an undershirt, then make sure you have an additional layer between this undershirt and your jacket before going to the airport. I usually wear an undershirt with a high neck t-shirt under a jacket. The high neck keeps me covered and comfy, especially after removing the jacket, and it's also practical for things like bending down to untie and remove your shoes. Like with pants, opting for dark colors helps conceal any spills and prevents the outfit from reflecting back at you on the seatback entertainment screens, which is a small benefit that you may not think about. Steer clear of clothing with controversial or offensive or overly political images and text. From the moment you arrive at the airport until you board your flight, you are being watched. Being simple and basic in your clothing choice is going to help prevent any unwanted attention from airport and airline authorities. The new body scanners that are rolling out across the US are quite advanced, so you generally don't need to worry about clothing with metal parts such as underwire bras or clothing with sequins and metal threading that might have triggered the metal detector in these body scanners in the past. I'll always choose a dark-colored zip-up jacket with pockets and a hood to wear on top of my undershirt and t-shirt on travel days. The zip-up design allows you to easily regulate your temperature by zipping up to stay warm or unzipping to cool down. The hood can also help heat you up as needed, but it also offers added privacy, which can be beneficial during a flight when you just want to zone everyone else out. This style of jacket also helps me use my favorite airport security checkpoint hack. Before passing through the body scanner, you need to make sure that your pockets and hands are empty, except for your passport, which you can hold onto as you go through the scanner. Instead of throwing everything from my pockets into a gray screening bin, I'll instead place these small but valuable items like headphones, wallet, my cell phone, and a watch into the jacket's pockets. This way, you can just remove your jacket and place it in the bin for scanning, keeping all of your items secure, together, and out of sight. This method not only prevents forgetting any loose valuables behind in the gray screening bin, but also helps keep them concealed, reducing any risks of theft. Moving on to accessories, I have never been asked to remove any small metal, gold, or silver jewelry items such as rings or necklaces at the airport security checkpoint. You'll likely be fine with engagement rings and wedding bands, though you might be asked to remove larger pieces of jewelry. There's also no restrictions or problems that I can think of with wearing any of these items on the plane. Religious headscarves, hearing aids, bobby pins, hair clips, and wigs are typically allowed to remain on through the entire process. On the other hand, most hats, whether they're winter toques or baseball caps, along with sunglasses, will need to be removed and placed into a screening bin. Glasses, excluding sunglasses, can be kept on during security. If you normally wear contacts, consider switching to glasses for any long or overnight flights, especially if you plan to get some sleep. Contacts can become quite uncomfortable in the dry cabin air that you will find on most flights. I have a very mild prescription and opt not to wear glasses or contacts when I fly, but I do have some trouble when I'm going through the airport reading those flight boards or even some of the airport restaurant menus. This can be quite frustrating, which is why my go-to hack is to pull out my phone and then take a picture of the menu or the flight board, at which point I can just zoom in on the picture on my phone and be able to read it without trying to fight the crowds to get to the front of whatever line it is to read the small print. And remember that travel days expose you to significant UV rays due to large airport windows and higher altitudes closer to the ozone layer on a flight. This exposure increases your risk of sun damage, which can lead to both health issues as well as premature skin aging. No, thank you. And here's a recap of what I've been wearing on hundreds of flights to help you put together your own go-to travel outfit. Comfy lace-up walking shoes, compression socks, loose leggings with optional sweatpants or track pants on top, an undershirt, a high-neck t-shirt, a zip-up jacket with a hood and pockets, minimal jewelry or accessories, dark clothing across all categories, and then sunscreen at the very least on my face. I will also make sure I have a change of clothes packed in my personal item bag, just in case. Travel-sized wrinkle release spray, as well as one of these Tide-to-Go sticks, are also your friends, and these can be packed in your liquids bag, brought through TSA, and onto the plane, no problem. I'll leave a link to my personal item packing checklist and a video in the description with more tips to help you get through airport security as quickly as possible. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us back here for more travel tips and hacks each week, and I will see you in that next video soon. Bye.